Okay, welcome everybody to the 2022 spring cultural event for Honolulu Community College put on by the International Education Committee. This year we're focusing on Turkey, also known as Turkey. I have a close proximity to the Turkish community here, so I've been pretty involved with setting up a lot of this. I'm very excited to be a part of the event for the first day today, which is going to be about food and drink. So we're going to make a Turkish dish and show you all how to make it. And I'm here with some pretty good friends of mine, Erin and Arzum. Angle it over there. So these are two of my friends. They're from Bursa, Turkey, which is a pretty big city on the western coast of Turkey. Yeah, and they moved here like 2 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah, and they're really good at making lahmacun. So that's what we're going to show you all today. So I'm going to have a few things set up here. We got a camera to sort of show the whole kitchen. And so you should try to have that open and look at that. And then I'm also going to have like a second camera here where I'll be the cameraman, where I can get in close and stuff. So you should be able to see like.
So it works, right?
Yeah, it works.
Okay, great.
Yeah. It's good for everybody. Everybody can see this. Good kind of setup. All right, I guess let's get started. And if somebody puts something in the chat like, hey, can you angle this camera differently, just let us know. All right, so let's get started. So over here we've got our ingredients, and
Can I say what is the ingredient?
yeah, sure. Okay, so what we got here?
Okay, guys. We're gonna cook lahmacun today, and we're gonna use 2 tomatoes, whole red bell pepper, and 1 onion, 1 bunch parsley, and 3 jalapeno green pepper.
Awesome.
And we're gonna use 1 spoon tomato paste.
Okay.
And we're gonna use a little onion and salt. And we're gonna add, of course, a ground beef.
Okay.
So I'm starting with tomatoes. I'm gonna, sorry, I missed 1 garlic. We're gonna also add that, okay? So I'm starting with tomatoes. I'm gonna cut it, and then I'm gonna put it all together into the blender, and I'm gonna stir it up,
Okay. Are there any ingredients here that are like substitutions, things that you can't find here that you normally find in Turkey?
Yes. Normally in Turkey, we were using some dough, but right now we cannot find dough, so we are using tortillas instead of dough, and we were using green Turkish pepper, but here we are using jalapeno pepper, and the other stuff, I think the same, right, Arjun?
Mm-hmm.
Arzum says it's
Yeah, the other stuff,
yeah.
same.
The pepper they use instead, I think I remember. It's like, I don't remember the name of it, but it means
Sivri biber.
yeah, right. Okay, it means needle pepper, right?
Yes,
Sivri biber.
Sivri biber, yes.
Right.
Skinny and a little longer.
Yeah, right. They're not as hot as jalapenos. Like for the people at home, I would say it's kind of like a Anaheim pepper, but maybe less hot than Anaheim. Yeah.
Mhm.
Right now I'm adding peppers first, and then I'm gonna clean the side.
Okay, so take the seeds out. So is this like street food or like a more traditional type of food?
This is really traditional food from Turkey. Yeah. I really like to eat lahmacun when we were Turkey, and when we arrive in Hawaii. First, we check for lahmacun and kebab, because this is the really traditional food for Turkish people, and we didn't find any store to eat some doner, some lahmacun, and then we decided to cook lahmacun for myself at home, and then I invited my Turkish friends to try my lahmacun, and they really liked it. So I started to lahmacun every week, I think, yeah, because we really like it and it's really delicious.
It is. I can say that personally. I
Yeah,
do know. I know it's very delicious.
you also try it.
I have had it multiple times. Yeah. Again, for those of you at home, I asked a little bit of a trick question when I said it's street food or traditional food, because the street food in Turkey is the traditional food, right? Like Aaron was talking about kebab, doner, lahmacun, and these are things that you can buy on the street, like the street food, but they're also the traditional cuisine of Ottoman times. Back then, they didn't have food processors.
And put
But-
garlic.
Hmm?
Garlic.
Yeah, I'm gonna get garlic.
Gibi yaptın.
Yeah, I'm preparing for 10 people.
10 people.
Yes. So good.
Oh yeah.
It feels like,
Benefit of one. Lots of jalapeno vapors in the air right now. But so Aaron was saying that he's making it for 10 people, but you mean 10 of the actual lahmacun, right?
Yeah, 10 pieces lahmacun.
Yeah, 10
10
pieces.
pieces lahmacun, not
Right.
10 people. Yeah.
Right, yeah. The three of us are gonna eat all of this. Plus maybe my wife. My wife knows that this is happening, and so she's gonna come later today to eat some. That's how we play this. Yeah.
Right now I'm adding some garlic.
Okay.
Okay, a little more. Onions and parsley.
Okay, so whole onion.
Yeah, hold on.
I think the pounding that the air is spicy, right? more or less, yeah. Okay. Cool. I love Parkway. This is my jam. All right, so Aaron, here's the misconception. People think about Lahmacun as being like pizza. Why is it not? Why is it not like pizza?
Honestly, this is really different.
Yeah.
Pizza and lahmacun, but yeah, people sometimes right because it seems like pizza, you know. But I don't know how can I say.
I guess probably the biggest difference would be there isn't cheese in Lahmacun.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, there's no cheese. One of the rare examples of the absence of cheese making something better. Normally, again, it makes it better, right? But this is, I personally think Lahmacun is better than pizza.
Yeah, it looks better.
All right. Okay, it looks great. So it's really mixed up. Very pulpy.
Yeah.
The biggest difference between this and pizza is the lack of cheese. So we'll see if there's actually a quite more fundamental differences between this and pizza. I don't want to spoil the surprise, so just keep watching. I'll say there's something here that's quite different.
Yapacağım bir şey kaldı mı?
No.
Yapacağım bir şey kaldı mı?
Paste and
Okay.
ground beef
Yep.
and
Okay.
some oil.
And oil. Okay. Great. I'm adding tomato paste. 1 big spoon.
Big spoon, teaspoon.
And I'm adding oil.
Quite a bit of oil.
3 spoon.
3 spoons of oil.
Yeah, almost 3 spoon oil. Yeah. Salt.
Wait.
Söyleyeceğim, I don't know.
I'm getting around salt there, okay? I was getting absorbed by all the acid and the tomatoes.
Okay, I'm adding ground beef.
Ground beef, okay.
This is the last part.
But yeah, we're making the minced meat now. This is what we're making minced. I got a question. We're using beef. Is it ever common to use lamb?
Yeah, we are using
Lamb.
ground beef, yeah?
Or Angus beef ground.
Okay, but so lamb does sometimes get used. Like
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can use lamb.
Angus beef or lamb.
Okay.
But I think lamb
Yeah.
is better because lamb's ground beef is has a little more
Fat.
fat.
Fat.
Yes, yes.
Beef de güzel olur. Wow.
So right now I'm doing okay. So I check one more time.
No, that's it.
That's it, right, Arzu?
All right.
Okay, great. So right now I'm stirring. Mhm.
Should we be heating the oven up? Or is there more that happens between now and when we put it in the oven?
I'm gonna put lahmacun into the.
Oh, I just totally misunderstood. I thought you baked it. Never. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, there's a whole step here that I didn't know
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna show you the whole step. Yeah.
Yeah. Normally, when I come over to Aaron's house for lahmacun, I'm mostly focused on eating the lahmacun. I don't really pay a lot of attention to the process before that. Okay.
You try test. And
Arzu, can you help me?
Hmm.
Can you add some
oil.
oil?
Okay. Well, so Aaron can tell that it's not oily enough. Adding some more oil.
Yeah, thank you.
Common when I'm trying to follow some sort of Turkish recipe that the directions aren't very specific about how much oil or how much salt or flour, whatever. It says put it in until it looks right. And so it's hard to start making Turkish food. But then once you kind of get the hang of it, it's a little bit easier.
Okay.
Very slappable.
Yeah.
It's got very good slap quality.
Oh my god, I'm crying.
Yeah,
Oh,
I-
it's so hot.
Yeah. Me too. I'm crying, but I'm just crying. I'm excited.
Sen test etsene Arzu. Sen
A
test et.
little, it's
Demedim bir şey ya.
that's raw, right? You're gonna.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
We need to know how it's salty, you know.
All right. Let's have a little bit of raw meat.
Okay.
It's good?
Yeah, I like
You
it.
sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very good.
Okay.
Only a little bit of mad cow disease. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe a little more salt. Salt.
Salt?
You know, I don't know.
But you tested. Okay, edit
All
it.
right. I'm saying a little bit more salt.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't oven.
Please start rolling.
Yeah. So we're setting it to
400.
400 degrees. Around. Okay, can you help me for the definitely?
All right, you got some parchment paper here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What do you know?
Okay.
Spreading it around in a thin layer. Okay, so earlier Aaron was saying that there's a type of bread that you use instead of the tortilla, and that's lavash, right? It's lavash bread.
Lavash.
Yeah, yeah.
If we use lavash, yeah, the test was more delicious.
Mm.
Yeah, 100% delicious. Okay.
That's good.
This is one case.
And a little ball,
Mm-hmm.
and then spread it around.
Mhm.
You use the ball to oil up the bread and then piece it around like this.
Are you still crying there?
Oh, yeah. Uno que vea.
Only 15 minutes.
Only 15 minutes?
15 to
Yeah, I think it's like 15 minutes.
10 minutes in the
Oven.
oven. Yeah.
Yeah,
25.
pretty quick.
How's this?
Oh, so good. My mouth is watering. Good thanks. Too much? Too
Yeah.
much meat? Save it for later? Yeah.
Really
okay.
for tonight.
Tonight,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. All right, so we made too much.
Yeah.
Should have brought more tortillas. But I guess 10 is enough. I don't know how well it's showing up on your end, but over here you can see that there's this beautiful like listen. Topping the oil and the tomatoes are like golden. Golden.
Ya lo haría.
Yep. All right.
Can you have an exception?
Oh yeah, we're gonna cut the other stuff for topping.
Mhm.
Yep. Okay. Let's do that.
You can come
Mhm.
here.
Check out stuff over here. Okay. Any technical issues that people are noticing, like things that we could work on here?
So,
Maybe
Oh, okay.
I hope the recording is definitely.
The toppings?
Toppings, yeah.
Yeah.
Lettuce, tomato, onions.
Right, so we're cutting some raw veggies now. Right, we typically use some lettuce, we got some tomato, some yellow onion.
Yeah.
You can use carrots.
Oh, yeah.
And the most important part is lemon.
Parsley.
Oh, yeah.
maybe
Parsley, I like parsley, but lemon
Lemon.
is important.
Lemon. Important, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's how they were cut these wedges. They were thin half circles.
What is this one?
Goal here is we're not going to mince this stuff. This is not to be minced. This is actually pocket. And then
Okay.
when you get this in Turkey, yeah, that's not so good. You sit down at a table, they bring out your lahmacun and they put out a plate like this, and then you use this to top the lahmacun. So it's presented in the exact same style.
Yeah.
That's what's coming out. I feel like I'm in an actual restaurant. It's great. Oh yeah, we can make ayran.
You can make ayran?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like drinking it, but you guys like it.
Yeah, either way.
Yeah. So Aaron and Arzum are
Oh,
going to
great
do some
job.
ayran.
Cool. Yeah, beer.
So what is ayran? How do you explain?
Spell.
No, I know how you we can describe
Oh
it.
yeah.
What is it?
You know, this is the yogurt. We're gonna mix yogurt and water
Mhm.
and some salt.
Mm.
But this is definitely not yogurt water. You know,
Yeah.
this is really different. Ayran.
Yeah, and the point is you drink it. It is a drink. So personally, I'm not about that salty water yogurt like personally, but it's a really popular thing. I'll have a sip or two, maybe occasionally, depending on the meal. It really helps if you're eating something that's hot. If you drink some ayran, it really helps it out. So you guys use a blender. Every time that we've made it, we just sort of mix it by hand. Portion of the yogurt, okay?
And can you give me some water?
No, I don't think so.
You
Okay.
We'll talk about
I don't
the
know how much water I did put
Yeah.
in, you know.
Yep. It's in line with what I was saying before, right? It's never specific, always approximate. So guess and you can kind of tell?
Okay.
All right, so you
You
like
like
to
that
call
like a call?
Behind.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay?
Mm-hmm. No. Yes.
Yeah, all right. A little bit left over. I'll have a tiny bit. Maybe the problem that I have with Iran is just that I've never had errands Iran. Maybe that's my
Yeah.
problem.
That's why, yeah.
Palette olmuş.
Great.
It's ready.
Maybe it's, yeah, maybe it's
Oh, yeah.
top one's already. Boom.
Right, so we can add the toppings, the lahmacun, and then we're gonna roll it.
Here.
Yeah, maybe do that.
What can we make?
Let's do that there.
Just like that?
Sit here, yeah. Move this. A good view.
We gonna eat it right now? Or
I mean, I would definitely
just
so.
show, yeah.
Well, let's. I mean, what are we gonna do? Throw it away? I think we should probably should eat this, right?
Okay.
I'll have the rest of the Iran. I'll give it a try.
Do you wanna some ice or?
Oh no, I'll try a little bit of the Iran,
Oh.
I'll try it, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
and then I'll have a cola as
So,
backup.
Some tomatoes.
Right, okay, so see, this is not like pizza. You're putting raw veggies on it, like a sandwich or something, right?
Onions.
Yeah, like something. Wrap.
Oof.
Yeah.
Lemon.
Mhm.
And
That's the
of
important
course,
part.
lemon.
Squeeze the lemon juice on that. Oh,
Oh,
choke is out.
I have diet.
Yeah,
Arzu's on a diet, and she's really questioning her diet right now.
Okay.
So now we fold it like a burrito, sort of. So I would say personally, the biggest difference between this and pizza would be the geometry. This is geometrically not at all the same as pizza.
This for you.
Yep.
Lahmacun.
Oh,
For you, Elliot, yeah.
thank you.
And you can try Iran too.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna put this down.
Yeah, I can hold it.
Okay, run all that. Okay, give it a taste test. Look up a little bit. Great, I got mine. Ooh. So good.
Çok güzel.
Only a thought.
Afiyet olsun Elif.
So good. So I said there, lean solid. It means like may your hands be healthy, right? That's a little translation. But then if you say lean solid, it means like thank you for the food. And then the person may would say afiyet olsun, which means like
Enjoy your meal.
Yeah, enjoy your meal.
Enjoy your meal.
Kinda, yeah.
Same.
Oh, good. I got a little bit.
Oh,
Okay.
ayran.
Yeah, that's actually not bad. I guess the problem is it wasn't made by you. That was my issue.
Gücün olabilir mi?
So the ingredients, they're all very accessible, right? There's like tomato, peppers, onions. You don't have to try very hard to find all the ingredients. It's pretty quick, pretty easy, very convenient. Oh,
Your wife here.
yep.
Yeah.
Well, I was joining in just in
They
time
were enjoying.
to see me eat.
Awesome. Can you check the other lahmacun? Going, please?
It fills in like a burrito, like a pizza burrito. I don't know how to explain it. It's so delicious. All right, I'll just throw away.
Kabak yiyorum.
Aynı tabağa gel, tamam mı? Böyle gidiyor.
I can't believe I'm missing this.
Yeah,
Oh my god. Elijah, you see Elliot drink ayran.
I didn't see that.
it's like, yeah, I'm drinking ayran.
Okay, one more time, Elliot. One more time.
Wow.
Yeah, it's good. We didn't use a blender. That that was the key difference. It's like it's like sweet. It's interesting. It's like it's almost sweet. There's no
I'll
sugar.
keep it in Iran.
Well, guys, I can't believe I'm missing this. Wow.
Hello, Ron.
Hello. Taking a flight soon.
Yes. As possible.
Looks amazing. So delicious. Well done. I haven't seen lahmacun over here before, so wow.
Yeah, our Zoom's husband is really good.
Now I know, Elida. I did not know that before.
On your napkin. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
I am devouring this. You guys should eat too. I'll hold the phone. Thank you.
Preparing for myself, okay?
Yep.
Yani böyle insanların karşılığı yiyeceğiz böyle ayıp oluyor ama. Yani
Valla oluyor Eren. Ne yapacağız?
artık yani kusura bakmayın ya.
Olmuyor. Çok keyifle izliyoruz. Tam lahmacunu böyle hakkıyla hem de içine bunları da koyarak ben de şimdi Jason'a gösterdim. Bak lahmacun böyle yeniliyor. Elinize sağlık.
Beraber olsun bir dahakine inşallah öyle diyordum ya.
Olur. Sizi Maui'ye alalım. Hadi Maui'de lahmacun keyfi yapalım.
Yeah.
Right? Sorry guys, just exposing some Turkish into all this too.
Good.
So Gülcan said elinize sağlık. Do you want to explain what that is, Elliot?
Yeah, I was explaining a little bit earlier because I took a bite and I said Alina Salik, and so Alina Salik is just changing the perspective of that, right? Like it's saying you all enjoy it, right? Or
May your hands
may your hands be healthy, but your here is plural instead of singular.
Okay. Sorry about that.
your hands.
Okay, I guess then I'm confused. Like Alina Salik as opposed to Alina Salik, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Guys,
Very
it's
good.
really delicious, yeah. You
Yeah.
cannot find it like in Turkey, you know? This is the best lahmacun, okay?
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay to brag. It is the best lahmacun in the island for certain. That's definitely
For
true.
sure.
For sure.
I think also respective to Turkey, it's also very good lahmacun. So
I agree.
Looks-
yes,
Yeah, it does look very good.
our Zoom.
So are you guys going to
Are you
make?
gonna break your diet?
No.
No, all right.
İlayda too.
Yeah, well, I too. Yeah.
Okay, Arjun quit in her diet, you know. Or eat some.
Oh no.
She's
We were supposed to be on a diet.
so I can eat whatever you don't eat for certain.
Are you
So is
making
there-
turkey?
You wanna hold
Sorry,
it?
Lily.
I'm gonna make another.
Yep.
And one more.
I like helping out lettuce.
So is it hot? Spicy hot or not?
Not too much.
Not too much.
Not
Okay.
too much.
I'm pretty sensitive to spice, so I think it's a little bit spicy. Hence
Okay.
all the iron, but it's not that bad. It's pretty good. Even though it has 3 whole jalapenos.
Wow.
But you can also add some Turkish isot if you wanna spice the lahmacun, you know.
And what's that?
What is it? I don't know. How can I explain? But it's very different. It's spicy.
Yeah.
Isot.
You can show you.
Okay.
Is that pul biber we're talking about? Or
I'm not sure.
chili?
Arjun kalmamış ki.
Az kaldı.
So I think my husband calls that Turkish heat.
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah, isot pepper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna keep me some too?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll make some for you.
You sounded not so sure.
I was thinking like how I was calculating how many more I think I can eat before I made the promise to do some by the time you get here. No, I'll just point, don't worry.
And who's bringing some over to Maui?
Hopefully next time we come over, we can bring some.
Maybe we make some here. Or bring
Yeah.
some. Yeah.
I guess after this, we can start making coffee.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Arjun, it is your turn.
No, drink this up. We got plenty of time. We're gonna make Turkish coffee next.
Will you have the recipe posted somewhere, Elliot?
Sorry, what?
Will you have the recipe posted somewhere?
Yeah, I actually already had. I meant to post it to the website. There was just too much going on, but I can post it there, and I can also like share it on like the email chains. You know, it's very straightforward. Right? You just need to know how to do it. Right now, you know how to do it.
Awesome, thanks.
Fabulous. I'll also look forward to seeing the recipe. Who knows? I might try and get some Zoom connections to give me instructions. Yes, maybe we all do like a little workshop of lahmacun. Fabulous.
Yep. Aaron can start teaching a class. Cool.
Are you full?
I'm getting pretty full, yeah.
Ellie, did you introduce Gülcan? Did you mention the video on the website?
No, but there's a very good plug for that. Yeah, so Gülcan supplied us with this excellent video that's on the page on the website that is for today's list of activities. So you go down to the bottom, Gülcan made a video of her making poacha, which is this pastry, very tasty, and there's also tea being poured there too. And I wrote a little description about like what's going on there. Have you seen that on the website? Were you able to find that?
I have seen it on the day one, I think. So
Okay.
just
Is that
before I
less correct?
joined. Yes.
More or
So
less? Okay.
yes, it looks great. So thank you for including it. It was one of my being away from Turkey, missing poacher. What can I do? Well, learn how to make it journey, you know. So I actually started making that in Scottsdale, and it became our breakfast. You know, if we have guests around, I make poacher, and I keep it in the freezer also. It's just such a nice, and we all know that from our childhood, poacher was in our life, right? So with chai, tea, and poacher. So it is kind of in our life in Maui here now. It's becoming, yes, and a little video is there, how not how to make it, but just a little footage of like whilst I'm making it with Turkish tea also. So yeah, it looks cute. Thank you for including it.
Yeah, I'm so glad you're able to give us that. When you make poacha, are you able to find all the ingredients that you need, or are there some things that are tough to find?
Okay, so because it does have feta cheese in it, so I just found a type of feta cheese that I found that is closest to our feta cheese, but the rest is ultimately it's flour and typical pastry things. So once you're in peace with the feta cheese, then it is fine. Yes, you find everything and many other things. I actually order even like Turkish eti biscuits from, you know, from the place, like as we know, Amazon just delivers it here. So but yeah, poacher is actually pretty straightforward once you also know, and I can make it like in over an hour, and it's just fresh from the oven for breakfast or afternoon guests with chai. So yes, you adapt tiny bit, but that's part of also living, you know, miles away, right, from the where it actually originated from. But it works really beautifully.
You know, we had a lot of poacha a few weeks ago. Eli's family, my in-laws came to visit us for 6 weeks. So we had some poacha.
Yes.
And Eli, the chocolate thing that you made, was that also poacha, or was that something different?
Oh no, that is called kurabiye.
Okay. I like that a lot. That was
Yeah.
really great.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Yeah, when families get together, poacher is also part of that get together, usually, isn't it?
Yeah, poacher and kurabiye.
Absolutely. Yes.
So can I ask a question? So the poacha, it's not sweet, right? Like with cardamom and anise and stuff. It has feta cheese.
Yes, it's not as sweet. It's actually a savory pastry. Yes, so it's it does have, you know, it's actually quite salty. But when I say salty, it's not sweet. So yeah.
Yeah.
So you
But no meat.
No meat. You can make it with meat. I did make it with meat, but it wasn't our favorite. So you can make it with potatoes. I made one for a friend here who couldn't eat cheese because of the level of salt in it. So I made it with boiled potatoes, and you can just match. So you can put, actually, in terms of ingredients, you can put anything in it. Ultimately, it's a dough. And you just make it into little pieces, and you'll see it on the video. And in terms of the ingredients, you can be, I think, as creative as you wish, you know, but typically, very traditionally, it's cheese and parsley mixture. So that's so that
sounds delicious.
Thank you. Hope one day you'll be able to try one.
Well, I have the recipe and the video now, so I should be able to make it.
Great. Well, I don't think I have the video with the recipe, but I did share the recipe. Remember, Elida, somewhere else. Maybe I can include that. So maybe also include the recipe. Absolutely. So that would be cool.
Measurements are helpful if you're doing pastry.
Oh yeah, definitely. Everything is, I work with measurements. So yeah.
Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna make some Turkish coffee.
Oh wow.
And, I'm particularly excited about this. This is gonna transition to the last event of the day, which is going to be fortune telling using the leftover like brine at the bottom of the cup. So we're gonna make the coffee now. And how you say this in Turkish, the language in Turkey, is Turk coffee cakes, which is means coffee of Turk. Yeah. That's basically what it means.
Coffee of Turk.
So some important things here. We got our kettle, our little pot. We got these cute small cups. That is the way that you have it. You need these small decorative cups. Okay. So what are we gonna do?
Hey guys. I told you how to make Turkish coffee. And I am Arjun. I am adding teaspoon of Turkish coffee for each person.
Okay. So there's two of us, so
I am making for 2 persons right now. Okay. And then two Turkish coffee cup water for if you want sugar, if you like sugar, I am adding some sugar.
okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah. You tell me.
You like
I
sugar?
have it however you guys have it. Yeah.
Equal parts coffee and sugar.
I like a regular amount. What's interesting here is putting the sugar in before it really filters, right? Like so, everything just gets mixed.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
am turning things.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay.
And then we wait
We
what?
are waiting. Then you see bubble. We are waiting right now.
And it really creeps up on you. Definitely do not leave the
Maybe
pot.
10 minutes.
Oh, 10 minutes. Okay. So this is about the heat, relatively, right?
Maybe.
Yeah.
It is a fire, yeah.
And now we're like 3/4 of the way up. Okay. All right. So then we're just gonna wait for that. Why does the sugar have to go in before and not after? You know,
Niye diyor şeker önceden koyup sonra koyuyorsun?
Doesn't matter.
it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
doesn't
Okay.
matter.
That's interesting because like every time that I've ever had Turkish coffee, if there's sugar, they put it in first, and if somebody forgets to put sugar in, then we just have without sugar. So does it like taste better, or I don't know.
Tastes better.
Yeah.
I like sugary.
Okay.
Aaron like sugar.
I
You
love
like
sugar. I love sugar.
Yeah, and Aaron loves
But
sugar.
right now I have diet. I didn't drink it.
Okay. Yep, this is
Good.
very common.
Turk-
brand.
And also, can you say that this is really traditional drink in Turkey, you know? Yeah, this is really traditional
In Turkey,
drink in Turkey. This is the Turkish coffee. You said before you mentioned it. This is a special coffee because when we went to our rich family before our marriage, you know, and the girl's family served the boy's family Turkish coffee, and the girl add salt into the coffee, you know, because she served to the
Beyonce.
yeah, Beyonce. The traditional things, you know, and the boy drinks coffee with very salty, you know.
And pretends that it's okay. It's like it just drinks it anyways.
Yeah.
So it's a traditional test for the guy if he's going to be a rude husband to the wife, or is going to just accept it and deal with it.
And then the guy could say like, yeah, it's really delicious. And the guy drink it just one time, you know?
Yep. I love it. That's very cute tradition. The cups, very cute.
Triple jerky.
Did you have another?
You can eat it.
Oh no, not more.
So sometimes, like if you see Turkish coffee being made on the street, they do it with like sand sometimes, right? Like there's like some hot sand, and they put it in the sand. You guys ever seen that? Is that like a normal thing?
Sorry.
So, do they ever make it in sand? It's something that I've seen before, like in videos. I never saw it in Turkey. If they have like a big pile of hot sand and put the pot in the hot sand.
It is a different type, how to cook, how to make Turkish coffee. This is a different type. You can cook it with,
Milk.
no, not with milk. It's sand, right?
Yeah, sand.
Kızgın kuma koyuyorlar ya böyle.
Bilmiyorum.
Sadece kuma koyuyorlar yani.
Turkish kahve.
Arzum,
Arzu, İlayda help us.
Arzum, can you make the coffee with milk?
Yes.
Yes. The coffee can also be made with milk
Yeah.
instead
Right
of.
now, water. with
Yeah,
water.
you use water, right?
Yeah, we're using water instead.
Which one?
Originally with water.
Mhm. Yeah. But
Which
you
one is
can- no.
traditional way?
Arzum said water. Water is the traditional way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay.
You can hear some bubbles
No,
or
no,
some rattling.
no, see.
So is it bad form to put coffee or to put milk afterward, like or cream?
If you're going to, like, so if you're going to drink it with milk, you use milk instead of water here. And if you don't do that, you can't really add milk to it after, right? So what we're having right now is going to be the traditional version, and you wouldn't add milk or anything like that to it afterwards. There's just not
So-
enough space. It's this big. It's that big. It's a.
So the Turkish coffee is really finely ground. So when you pour the coffee, it's still in your cup. It doesn't stay in the pot. So, but it's in the bottom. So if you add anything afterwards, it's going to, get muddy and, ugly.
Yeah, it's like what is in your cup is not a homogeneous mixture. So if you add stuff, it just doesn't work as well. I guess that's probably why you put the sugar in first. Now that I think about it, so that it definitely dissolves sort of uniformly throughout.
Yes, it is that fine actually. If you go to Whole Foods or coffee grinders, the finest grinder does say Turkish coffee.
Yeah.
Anyway, even in here I have seen it, and in Costco, so the coffee grinders. So you can actually buy one coffee that you like and get it as thin as this one and make it.
Oh, it's a good tip.
Mhm.
It's a good tip. Yeah, it's so powdery, right? I'll try to get a good view of this, but it's like it's a little bunched up there, but those
Looks like cocoa powder.
Yeah, it looks like cocoa powder, but it's coffee. It's super finely ground.
And the secret also is the smell of it even before you start making it. It starts with your senses. It's so powerful, strong.
I can see little bubbles, little rattling. Oh, there we go. That's good. I'm excited. It's a good pot. Mine's too small and it overflows all the time.
Oh my God.
Nifty.
Let's do it.
Sounds coming.
So tense.
Okay, so what are you doing right now?
I'm getting bubbles and putting the Turkish coffee cup. Turkey.
So we're doing some of the bubbles in the neat trick. I had never heard of this until Arjun presented it to me. Normally I just put it all in at once.
And then we
Yeah.
Did you put it on the fire?
Yeah, it's back on the stovetop now.
So that's so not all of the grounds go in, right? Or
So the grounds go in. You drink the grounds. You're drinking straight up coffee.
Oh.
So if it's made
Wow.
very well, like Arjun has made, you can see bubbles at the top. You can see bubbles. At the top.
awesome.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, that's your card. Yeah, let's move over here. Yeah. Maybe.
Okay, right.
Wanna hold that? I'm gonna move this like this maybe back here. Get a little bit more romantic.
Yes.
Now you need 10 minutes to cool.
Do we let it cool a little bit, or do we just? So I mean, normally when you drink Turk Kahvesi, you know, you like sit at a table and at a cafe, you know, you drink it slowly over time, right? Oh,
Sure.
I think if you drink that too fast, you're gonna be high.
yeah. Yeah, it's wow, very good, Arjun. Thank you.
I'm glad.
Yeah, that is very good for Kahvesi. Yeah, so there's cafes everywhere, at least in Istanbul. That's where I've been like in Turkey the most, and cafes everywhere, right? Because the city has lots of rivers and tributaries running through it, mainly the Boğaziçi, the Bosphorus, and so it's, you know, very cool, very pleasant, and there's cafes everywhere, right? So you go to a cafe, you stay there for like hours, and just drink Turk Kahvesi, regular coffee, tea, called chai, have kolacha, you know, and hang out for hours. That's like my favorite part. And I think that's what I miss the most about Turkey is the cafes. Here in America, like if you go to a cafe, they just try to kick you out after like 30 minutes. You know what I mean? Like eat your food and they're like, get out of here. But in Turkey, it's like you like live there. You know, you stay there for hours.
You may have mentioned that I wasn't here the last couple of minutes, sorry, but the very first Turkish cafe that actually served coffee commercially was also in Istanbul. I don't know whether you know that or not. Yes. So in, I don't know, 1500 or something.
Since I would assume it. Well, that's a long time ago.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
I heard a story. I'm not sure. Maybe you know, the Turks present can validate this about like how Turkey made coffee popular in the area by like some sultan visiting Nepal or some delegate from Nepal came to the Sultan, and then that's how tea or the coffee got introduced. Is that you guys? Does it sound familiar?
It certainly started within the palace, yes. It was something that they tried. So yeah, that sounds like kind of true or validated. But yeah, and then I don't know how it actually got into the streets, but someone clearly thought of, oh, I can sell this, and started that, cafe culture, kahve, ultimately, somewhere in central Istanbul, apparently.
People
Also, they had in the old times, I don't think people are still doing this, but so we serve the coffee with a cup of water with it. And they say that in old times, if you drank the water first and then coffee, it means you're hungry. And if you drink the coffee first and then water, it means you're full. So the host can give you food or not even ask you about it.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
It's a kind way. People are not embarrassed to say, I'm hungry, give me food, but they can just drink the water, and they basically say the same thing.
That makes a lot of sense. I've always wondered this because we've talked about this. Like there's a difference in like restaurant culture, right, between the U.S. and in Turkey, where in the U.S. Waiters and waitresses will like harass you, right? They'll come and they'll be like, "How's everything?" And they're always asking you, do you need anything else, or whatever. And in Turkey, they just like leave you alone, right? Like it's like they're not even there. You have to get their attention. And so I would sit in a cafe and just like starve because I didn't want to like get their attention. It just seems rude, right? Like in the U.S., it's like rude, but that's how it's done in Turkey. You get their attention, and then they come to you. So I'll keep that in mind. Next time I go there, I'll have the whole coffee water system so that they know what I want.
I don't think they will pay attention in a cafe. I'm saying in old times.
In old times, right? Yeah, maybe they don't know about Ottoman palace etiquette or whatever.
Yeah, unfortunately, give you food without asking in a cafe.
Yeah.
I did not know that either. So when we come to visit, now I know what to do. What was it? What was the order?
The water is when you're hungry.
Okay. It's cute. It's cute.
Yeah. Yes, you can have it with milk instead. It's just less common. This is the traditional way. They're both very tasty. And I don't know which one I like more. I think it depends. And sometimes I like with sugar, sometimes I like without. Good, okay.
Yeah, I'm done. Is he gonna join after?
Yeah, he's gonna join it at 2. So I just have to finish this and flip it over and take pictures between now and then. So yeah, I guess right now we're just hanging out. And enjoying coffee. Wonderful, thank you, Tal. Arzum is vicariously enjoying this. She's like pointing to brownie. He's like, eat that next.
And those cups are beautiful.
Yes. Where did you guys get these cups? Right? These aren't actually from Turkey, right? You managed to find these in the U.S.
No. Where did you get it?
Savers.
Savers.
Oh my God.
There you go. Right. But this is it looks very much like the traditional style. Right?
I think Chinese cups.
Yeah, I think that this is originally intended for like Chinese tea, but it fits very well. Yeah, like you'll usually see really intricate kind of designs on the cup and the full saucer. I had a question I was going to ask you guys about this while we were making it.
They can use espresso cup.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Espresso cup? Yeah, it's basically the same idea, right? You give it an espresso cup that's like the right size.
You're gonna take picture
Yep,
or first.
once I'm done, right? Yeah, so the idea is that for the fortune telling, I'm gonna drink this, and then when you get down to the bottom, that's where the rest of the grinds have sort of settled down. It's like this mud, right? So you don't drink that, but then you take your cup and you take the saucer and put it on top, and then you just like flip it like this, and then you let it all slide down, and then it dries and it hardens, and then when it's dry, you can open up and look at it, and depending on how the mud sort of slid down, that tells your fortune. And so there's this whole like complicated tradition of like what means what, right? So at a Turkish friend of ours named Ezgi is going to do that. She has a business where she does it, and so she's going to read my fortune from the cup.
So actually, there is even a method to close your cup, and then turn it over too. So you need to do it inward, so your luck is coming in instead of going out.
Yeah.
So before you know if it's good fortune or bad, you're like bringing it in.
You believe that that's the luck you're bringing in.
I started slow because it was hot, but yeah, I'm getting there. How long does it take to settle and dry usually? I don't remember.
Until the top is cool.
That's right. You put your finger on the top, and if it feels cold, then you know that your fortune's ready. Yeah.
You can put your ring. Yeah.
Oh, there's a tradition with using your ring.
Ring
What do you do?
on the top.
Oh, like when you flip it, you put your ring on the top.
Yeah.
Okay, I hadn't heard that before. I guess what's that about? Like, what's the explanation?
I think fast cold.
Oh, it gets cold faster. That also kind of makes sense. So that's cool. And like it transfers heat to the ring and then it slows down faster.
So years ago, a friend visited from Los Angeles. I was living in London, and we had dinner, and I have done the Turkish fortune telling, with the Turkish cup. And a couple of weeks later, he said, "You are my lucky charm." I was like, "What?" And he said, I actually met someone on that day, and they still tell me they're married. They live in LA, and they still say that I planted the seed because apparently I don't remember what I said, but they still say you're our lucky charm. Apparently the Turkish coffee made them to look for each other.
Maybe
For
you
one of
did
them.
the wrong way, Gulishan. Maybe that was the problem, right? Like when you flipped it, because he was on the other side, then it all went to him, to your friend.
Could be, could be. I just love that story, and they still remind me, it was the Turkish cup. It's like, wow, powerful. It's really fun, isn't it? As long as it's fun and positive.
So I'm ready. So can you show him in a second? So yeah, you see it's mud, right? Like inside it's like this mud. If you don't drink that, you put your saucer over, and then I'm gonna flip like this, right?
Yes.
That's okay. So it's all gone, and then you want it in the center because you use both the top and the bottom for your fortune.
Neyse halim çıksın falan.
I'm supposed to say that, or is that something you? Okay. All right. Here we go. And then you just leave it, and I'm gonna do that trick that Arjun said. Putting the ring in.
Oh my god.
So that it goes faster. And then we just sleep.
That was pretty skillful, Elliot. I have seen coffee just spread out everywhere when people done it first time.
Yeah, that's the trick, is to start drinking some of the mud, so you know that there's no water left. It's like definitely gone, right? And then it'll be good. Yeah. When it's with milk, I feel like there's less of the mud at the bottom. Like it gets more mixed. And so I don't know. I kind of like that better sometimes.
Yeah.
I have never tried it. I did not even know the existence of it, I have to say.
Yeah.
Making it with milk.
Yeah. I went to a cafe in Saxon and asked for it, and the waiter had never heard of it, and we're trying to explain it to him, and so he's like, "Wait, so you want like Turkish coffee and then a glass of milk?" You know, and didn't get what it was all about. And then our mutual friend was like trying to explain in Turkish, and I think I never even got it. They never were able to make it happen.
I suppose it could work because we do that with espresso, we do it with many other type of cafes. It's just like I never even thought of it, but yeah, makes sense to make it with milk perhaps. But yeah.
Yeah, it was tasty.
It makes me want to drink coffee. I actually don't drink coffee, but maybe I should. It
Yeah,
looks delicious.
I put in the event description that people are encouraged to drink coffee during this, so they make their own cup because it's kind of the thing, right? Everybody drinks coffee and just chats.
It's also a very social thing. We even have a saying, you know, a coffee moment kind of covers 40 years of friendship, you know, bir kahvenin 40 yıl hatırı vardır. It's very, very social happening.
Yeah, I love it. It's great. So my favorite part of going to Turkey is the food. Like the food itself is very good, but like the food culture is really what I like. You know, being able to spend a long time in cafes and relaxing and eating meals over long periods of time. Rocco dinners are like probably my favorite thing. You know, it's different, a lot more lively and social.
But I suppose if you lived there and had to go to work every day, it would be a little bit different.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, you all enjoy the fortune telling that I am sure I'll join another activity sometime within the next couple of days. Thank you for all this. It's beautiful, brilliant, lovely.
Great. I'm so glad you can make it cool, John.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Actually, I will log off to my arbitration is gonna restart soon. So it was fun to see all of you. And hopefully tomorrow I can be there for the full thing.
Coming in.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, so it's April.
You're coming back at 2?
Yeah, so what's set on the schedule was that this was going to take until 1:30, and then that 30-minute period, if like we were still eating or drinking, we would still do that and set up for the next event. So that starts at 2. Basically, what we still need to set up is I need to let this settle and then take some pictures and then send those over to Esky. So, you know, I guess we could just like close cameras and stuff and just hang out until the next
Come
event.
back.
Okay.
What did
All
you
right,
do
so-
with your classes today, Elliot?
So I actually only am teaching one class synchronously, and so yeah, it's like all the others are asynchronous. So I just ended early, you know, and it's working out pretty well with the schedule anyways because they have a take-home exam, so it is good. But yeah,
Awesome.
yep. Okay, so I'll turn off the cameras and stuff and stop the recording. We'll start back up again at 2.
Okay.
Thanks for
aloha.
coming.